Hello, Rise and Fitters. I'm just going to get rock and rolling because, time's precious. And we've got some really good, fun stuff tonight. So, first and foremost, we always start off with celebrations. And I know that there's fun stuff happening in all of your lives right now. And so we want to hear all about it, whether it's you, your family, something cool that's happening in your challenge group, whatever it might be. What is something fun and amazing that's happening in your world? I will start. I got to go meet Emmett. The black screen on the computer right now is Miss Tiffany. It's her first team call in like a really long time. And she's nursing and putting Mr. Emmett to bed right now and listening in. So she's the black screen. But just want to say, hey, welcome back to Tiffany. And Emmett is adorable. And babies are always welcome on the screen. Right, Erica? Yes. So that is one of my big celebrations. Who else has a celebration? There's something fun happening in your worlds. I know it. Gosh, you guys, come on. What are you grateful for?
I don't know that I'm grateful for it, but I went back to work and I biffed it in the parking lot today and right in Grant Wood's office as I'm like first time wearing heels in months. So that was fun.
You fell in the parking lot? Oh my goodness.
Like my hydro flask went flying and I was like, I thought I corrected myself and then I was like, nope, it's still happening. Down I went.
Oh my goodness. That is funny, but yet I'm so glad that you shared that because it's a celebration that you're here and that you can laugh at it.
Oh, that's me.
I was going into a induction coach meeting once there and it was raining on the way there and I thought, okay, I can make it to the front doors. I'll be fine. Like I won't get that wet. But like as soon as I opened my car door, it like torrential downpour. I went into the meeting and I like my dress was sticking to me. I was so soaked. So I went to the bathroom like by the speech therapy wing and like that nursing area and like blow dried my hair and like try to like stick it myself. It was crazy. Candace has another week off of work and you're going to Chicago. Hamilton, that is so exciting. I'm so jealous. Miss Mabel, what are you doing? Those are big smiles. She's like, who are those people? We like them. Hey, Michelle. We're going through celebrations. Do you have any celebrations in Mabel's life lately, Erica?
Well, she rolled over the other day. Yeah.
Hey, that's exciting.
And it didn't scare her, so that was nice.
Even better. Now she's just going to be a rolling crazy lady all over your house now.
I know. I put her on the bed the other day, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and she was on her left side when I left, and she was on the complete other side when I came back. I was like, oh, crap.
Can't do that anymore. Oh, crazy fun. Candace is also excited for a clean week she's got going on. Self-care week is up for anyone who wants to offer that option. Yay. I was talking to Amara recently about starting with a clean week and kind of as like a first step to getting into her balance table. And so that's fun and exciting. If you guys ever want to know more, like get some like pro tips from someone, Sarah Morrison from Fit and Free is phenomenal, whatever that word is. I can't talk tonight, with converting Clean Week people to challenge packs. So I'm sure you've learned up all the things, Candace, and probably could share with us as well. All right, ladies, we have a couple things to head over tonight, and then I want to share something fun. We'll see how far we get. Maybe I won't share the big thing until the end, but celebrations started with. If you have more celebrations, please add them to the chat as we go, and we will celebrate you as we're rocking and rolling. I have a presentation tonight. Like, who am I? But we have some fun things to share with you. Not all of that jazz. Where's my presentation? I promise I was much more prepared than this. There it is. Okay. So I don't don't really want to make this too big, but maybe we will. I can still see you. Yay, that's good. Okay. I'm gonna move you guys over though. All right, so I can't see the chat anymore, but please keep chatting. And if you need to, just unmute yourself and chat with us. All right, Team Rise and Fit, August focus. August Success Club prize is the book You're Not Lost. We will be doing a book club in September with this book. And all you have to do is earn Success Club and from anybody in the team, and I will send you the book. It is really good. It is really short. It's really easy read. I would describe Maxie McCoy as a combination of Jen Sincero and Rachel Hollis. So 2 girls totally right up our alley. And so this book is really good. It was recommended to me by my good friend Addie, who is a major book connoisseur. And so we're going to read this book together in September. And if you want to get it free, just let me know by hitting Success Club, and I'll be sending it off to you. And then we'll get started with a book club after Labor Day. That probably the Tuesday after is my guess. We'll kind of go from there. Another big thing that's coming up is the Diamond Leadership Retreat in Philly in November. If you're wanting to be at Philly with us, I would say get yourself a Diamond. You have to be a Diamond level coach, a paid Diamond in the month of September or October. And any of those paid weeks in there, just screenshot it and we'll send it off to Mallory. And the other thing that you need to do is hit Success Club in either September or October and make sure you have a screenshot of that and sending it to Mallory. And then that you're contributing to the Diamond page, which is easy to do if you are a part of that group. Anybody can anyone can get to Diamond, and we are actually doing a Diamond push thread. It's called Diamond Daily. A way long time ago, Trina created these books of Diamond Daily activities, and she sent them to us as kind of a prize if you did the where's the cover? There it is. She sent us these. It was like a 6-month book, 4-month journal of the Diamond Daily activity chart. And I haven't done one in a long time, but here's part of mine. It's work a challenge group, post on the team page, schedule and create social media, add 10 new people to your network, invite to the business, and mentor a PS or downline coach. It's kind of like the things that you need to do. Since then, there's been lots of other trackers that have come out, and sometimes they're better. Sometimes these things kind of work for people. It really just depends. What I really love about it is that you can write the names of the people that you're inviting, or write the names of the people that you are connecting with on social media. And then those are the people that you can follow up with just by flipping back on your pages and getting the information. We are going to be doing a Diamond Daily kind of activity in the Coach Collab starting up here next Monday. So Julianne did a live video about it. There'll be 5 questions. It's going to be a Monday through Friday for the next 2 weeks. So it starts the 19th and it gets done the 30th. And so it'll be a great way for you to hit Success Club. It'll be a great way for you to get going in the vital behaviors. You'll make a social media post. She'll post a question about your journey, about this lifestyle. Your job is to make a post for that and put it on your social media, as well as put it below that graphic. And then your job is to invite 5 people to either coaching or to a challenge group, and you list those 5 names and in that post as well. And then there were 3 things total. Just simple things. Make a social media post, invite to challenge group. Oh, you just have to write your names. So make a post, 5 invites, and must list the names. Those are the 3 things. And in that group. And so it'll be right there in the Coach Collab. So if you're interested in doing that, get in there, participate in it. It's only going to advance your business. Okay. So there will also be Diamond level leaders will also be going in and putting a strategy, a tip, an inviting kind of thing in there for you as well. So be kind of on the lookout for that. And even if you're not pushing for Diamond, this is just a great way to advance your business. And so why not learn a little bit more, right? The last thing is that there are team calls. Obviously, you're on this one, on Mondays here, and Happy and Fit Tuesdays, and then one-on-one calls by appointment. So if you are interested in doing a one-on-one, if you want to learn more about doing certain things, you have something to strategize, you have something to brainstorm, you have questions about anything, reach out, let's talk, and let's get you moving towards the goals that you want. All right. And of course it's like, there we go. Also, this next week, this next Saturday is a team event. So this August 17th, we're going to the farmers market in Cedar Rapids. And so we'll be doing just being there from 9 to noon, I believe. And we'll go through the farmers market together, walk around, maybe pick up some good veggies or some different things around there. Last time we just kind of meandered the streets and talked. And then we went out to eat for lunch, and it was a lot of fun. So we'd love to have more people come this time and meet up with us. We meet in front of the library in Cedar Rapids at the very front area there, and then kind of start in that circle and do the loop, and then head someplace for lunch afterwards. This is the future dates for the next team gatherings. Last time we talked on a team call, one of the things was said was like, maybe let's pick a like second or third Saturday of the month and kind of do this. For the most part, they're the third Saturday of the month. There are a couple of them that were kind of wonky because of things that, like Super Saturday versus there's something with leadership retreat and holidays and things like that. So I tried to stick around, kind of float a little bit, but these are the dates. So get them on your calendar: September 21st, October 26th, November 16th, and December 14th. And those will be the dates that we'll do something. We'll move it around. We'll do different things. We don't have activities completely planned. Some of them we talked about doing virtually so that more people can be a part of it than just the people right here in Iowa. And we will hopefully be doing something very soon with that. We talked about maybe doing like a movie night, kind of like streaming it together on Zoom, where we can all sit in our comfy clothes and watch the movie. Like I'd play it from like Amazon Prime or whatever on my computer and stream it on a Zoom call. And then we just, have fun together and watch it. So that's an option, but these are the dates coming up, so get them in your calendar. Alrighty, next one. So tonight we're going to be talking about setting yourself up for success. So we've been talking about, how to get your invites out. We've been talking about what is your mission. We've been talking about like what are your goals in this business. We talked about what's your vision. So the last time we kind of talked about was kind of really about like, what is your mission? Like, what do you want to achieve in this? What are you wanting to do? So like, there are 350, 400,000 coaches in the network, right? So we're all working with Beachbody in order to help people achieve goals. The question is, how do you differentiate from that? What is your best offer? We talked about last time. Well, the best offer is you. The best offer is the team, what you bring to the table to help people. And so tonight, I want to kind of go over a couple of things. We're going to be talking about who are you working with? We're going to talk about what are your 3 things that you're like are your best offer, the things that you can stand behind. And then if we have time, we're going to talk about creating those options or give you some time to do that. And then what are your talking points? So the biggest thing that I've been helping people with lately in one-on-one calls and stuff is they're afraid of word vomiting. So we're going to try to like hone it down for you, give you some specific time tonight in order to do that. And then I have a business plan document that is kind of the bigger piece that at the end that I'll kind of skim through or work through with you. That is a reproducible for you that you can use for your coaches. You can take and tweak and do something different to fit your needs. But it's an activity that we did in Dream Big that we've really spent some time in the last couple of weeks developing and kind of refining. And so we'll kind of talk about that tonight too. Mine's not completely done, but it's really the gist of it is there and we can make it as it is. So first and foremost question, who are you working with? Okay. Who is it that you want to work with in Beachbody? Who do you want to bring with you on this lifestyle? We are living a lifestyle of healthy living. So it's not, I want everyone to do Morning Meltdown 100 with me. And then all of a sudden I'm going to do Lift 4. And then all of a sudden I'm going to do 80 Day Obsession. And all of a sudden I'm going to do Transform 20. I just did those out of order, but you understand what I'm saying. Like we've talked about that before. Like we preach and preach and preach, 80 days for an hour a day and like have to have weights and have all these things and like super focused nutrition and all these different things. And then we say, oh, wait, nope, no, you don't. Only have to work out 4 days a week and, just some cardio and some weights, a little bit of core stuff in there. And then we say, oh, wait. No, it doesn't have to be 4 days a week. It has to be every day, but only for 20 minutes. And so you understand how that just gets to be kind of like, what is she talking about? Right? So you need to figure out who are you working with, what solutions do you have for people, and if you were going to describe your ideal customer, who would that be? I would love to know in the comments. I would love to know in the chat. I would love for you to break out a brand new piece of paper and answer these 3 questions on that piece of paper, okay? Who is your niche market? If you're not a mom, you're probably not going to be talking to moms. If you're not a toddler mom, you're probably not going to be talking to toddler moms. If you're not a teenage mom, you're not going to be talking to teenage moms. If you're not a former athlete, you're not going to be talking to former athletes. If you're not a fit pro, you're probably not going to be talking to fit pros. Who is your niche market? Who are you? We've talked about your 6 roles in life before. We've talked about all of the things, and we just, I would really want you to kind of just narrow down. So like maybe make a bulleted list of 5 and write out, who are you? Who is it specifically that you want to talk to? You know, a lot of us really focus in on moms specifically because we are moms, but like, can you get deeper than that? Like, don't just say I'm a mom, because there's lots of moms out there. And I just listed a whole bunch of different varieties of moms. But like, are you looking for single moms? Are you looking for professional working moms? Are you looking for stay-at-home moms? Are you looking for moms with a certain age kids? Are you looking for moms who are whatever? Like, what is your ideal niche market? So go ahead and start commenting in the chat window with like, who is your niche market? And if you were to describe who that ideal customer would be, what would that look like? Who would that look like? If you were to say, like, on the other side of the screen, or if I was sitting at a table, the other person across the table, describe that person to me, your ideal customer. Does she like to work out? Does she love all the carbs? Is she a peanut butter fanatic? Is she like, what is she? Who is she? Who would your ideal customer be? And the more descriptive you get, the better you get to know her, the better you can talk to her, the better you can serve her. You not just want things that are like superficial of like descriptive words. I want to know, like, what are her pain points? I want to know, what are her struggles? I want to know, what are her obstacles? I want to know what makes her tick. What keeps her up awake at night? Those are the things that I want to also know about her. I want to know, what is it that is going to make her happy? What is it that would make her feel good about herself again? Really think about all of these things. All right, I've got the chat open now. Great question, Candace. Not Candace, Jill. This may be a silly question. What if we're looking to grow our husband's business and focusing on that business center? Oh, this is a different question. Okay. No, you can totally build that business center to qualify for the retreat. Oh, no, you cannot. Retreat. No, Jill, that won't work. If you are a diamond coach, you're good to go there. Let me ask Julianne about that one, but I'm 99% sure, being the person that's working on the retreat, is that you have to be the diamond in order to do that. Okay. So if you're qualifying for Success Club, you still want to be hitting Success Club yourself. But I know what you're talking about with trying to build Aaron's business. You yourself have to be the diamond. Okay. Is there a dress code for team events? Absolutely not. You come as you are. Jill says she's looking for busy mamas trying to keep their head above the water. Ladies looking to find themselves again. Get more descriptive. Low on self-esteem is a good one. Women looking for friendship. That's good. A place to feel comfortable is good. Despite their struggles in life, what are their struggles? What are they looking for? What do they like to do for fitness? Are you a dancer? Are you a lifter? Like, get super specific. Mamas who self-sabotage, okay? Like, how do they self-sabotage? Are they eating all the food off the kids' plates? Are they just postponing their workouts because somebody else needs them? Like, what specifically is it? Get super deep here. People starting to fitness journey, learning to change nutritional habits, working full-time, women wanting friendship and community of support. That's good. So like, where do these women work? Are they educators like you? Are they, this is Jamie, sorry. Are they starting a fitness journey because of a certain reason? Like, are they needing to lose weight? Are there health reasons? Are there just because they want to? Like, I love the finding friendship and community piece. Like, but why is that? Like, is it just because they don't have a family? Is it because they don't have someone else to be in their corner? Get really specific, and you don't have to necessarily put it all in the group chat, but like, really be thinking about that when you are thinking about this kind of this topic for tonight. Okay, so keep going with that. And all of those things as well, those things, especially like when you get into her pain points and you get into her, what she's struggling with, and you're starting to talk about like the very reasons why you joined, or the very things why, you know, that you have a solution for her, those can become posts. So those can be the reasons that those can be the things that you talk about on your social media, so that she can see herself in your situation, right? So if you are talking to people who are just getting started on a fitness journey, and you know, the finding the friendships in the community, Jamie, you can start talking about that. And then, I was really nervous about going to a gym, or I would be super nervous if I just got my 30-minute workout in, and I would have been super nervous if I went to the gym to do it, because I don't really know much about fitness. I'm just getting started. I would love for you but my Healthy Living accountability group online has been perfect, right? To like get my feet wet and get started and stay accountable. That could be a simple post. That could be, where you're talking about the pain point. You're not sure what to do when you get to the gym. Your solution is that you can do it from home and you don't have to worry about other people, and that you also have a support system that's attached to you, right? Okay. Michelle says, single working mom that need to know that they are not alone, have friendship and community, wanting to be healthy for their children, but exhausted, not having the positive support they need to be better. Okay. All of that is awesome. It's also super vague. All of these are kind of vague. So I would say get really detailed on these things, right? So single working moms, working one job, single working moms working two jobs, single working moms with how many kids, how old are their kids? Are they, a single working mom who's also running around in a million directions because their kids are super involved in lots of things? Are you, all of the stuff, everything that you'd kind of be thinking about. What are all your struggles? What are your pain points? And then how can you spin those, or how can you show that you have a solution for them? What are the things that you've overcome? Being exhausted and not having a positive support system, that is hard for a lot of people. So talk about that, right? Like talk about being a single mom with 4 or 5 kids, and talking about how it's really hard some days to do that. But where have you found solution for that? Where have you found support? Where are you getting better, right? Erica says, married stay-at-home moms who are wanting help to add to the family income. That's a good one. Like when you talk about that, like what does your income in Beachbody pay for? Or what would it be great if you had income to pay? Like, Daniel does a great job supporting our family. I really wanted to be able to contribute to that. Being able to have a Beachbody check this month helped me XYZ, pay the light bill, pay for diapers for Mabel, or whatever it might be. Women who are busy to the gym, women who are going through menopause. That's a very specific group of people. Use food to deal with stress. Yes. And then how can you talk about those things in a way that, I'm going to mute you, Chris, if I can. It's not letting me.
Sorry.
You're fine. Okay, good. So women who are busy going to the gym, too busy to get to the gym. So you're offering some solutions there for people. And like, well, how can you get even more specific? Like, are these working moms? Are these caregivers? Are these, grandmas? Are these, like, who is it specifically that you want to work with? And I love that you're talking about food to deal with stress, because you can offer lots of solutions there, and talk about those things in your social media that would be helpful for people who are going to get to know you and trust you and then join you. PCOS warriors, women that struggle with infertility. That's a good one. I'm guessing that is Tiffany. Getting super specific there too, like, rainbow babies, making sure you're talking to a certain niche, like people who have a child already but are so trying hard to have another one. There's lots of women on our team that are in that boat, and that have some different reasons why they can't. So I would really, the more specific you can get, literally there's so much more descriptive you can get, the better you get to know who you're talking to, the better you will come up with very pointed posts that are going to help you find your specific people. When you go into a large room and you talk to the masses, not very many people hear you, or not very many people can relate to you. But when you can show up in a room of very specific people and talk to them specifically about what it is that they're dealing with, or they're working with, or that have a commonality with you in something, that's where the rubber meets the road, and where you're going to be able to find more people to work with on a faster basis. All right. What are your 3 things? Let me cover this up here. What are your 3 things? What is your best offer, right? So we've talked about this a little bit before. When I've done a GSR with many of you, we've done this activity already, right? So like, what are the 3 things that you can stand behind? What is your best offer? Trina says a lot of times, like, when people just need you to be decisive, people need you to tell them what to do in a way. Like decisions, when they have lots of options, people get overwhelmed. And so you can think about, what is your best offer? What is the thing that you are going to show up with and say, what is it that someone is going to need? What are the 3 things that you can 1000% stand behind and say, everybody needs these things, right? So for me, I would say that, like, what are my must-haves? I would say Shakeology is a must-have for me. I would say Energize is a must-have for me. And I would say Beachbody On Demand is a must-have for me. Okay, so what things, and Ultimate Portion Fix is kind of the thing that I started with. And I would say that's a great way to get started with things. So when you think about the things the packages that you're going to offer, or the best thing that you're going to do, come up with those options, and then we can create some changes around the pod. So Jill says, Energize, BOD, Shakeology, Collagen. Yes, all of the things, right? So like, if you could have like your one package, your one share cart thing that you're going to start with, what would that look like? Right? Think about what your mission is. Think about what is it that you're trying to do with women. What products and programs do you love, and what can you stand behind in those kinds of things. My husband was listening to a podcast recently with Bob Proctor and Lewis Howes. And Bob Proctor went into an insurance company and was talking to them about, increasing their revenue stream, increasing their productivity. And he said he saved them like millions and millions of dollars by saying, your life insurance agents don't have anyone to talk to during the day. Why are they working during the day? Like, you shouldn't have to pay them for hours during the day when they're really going to be doing all their work at night. So they were really paying these insurance agents for like 12-hour days, and they were really only working for like, 4 or 5 hours every night. And so they restructured some things there. And then the second thing was, it became a mandatory thing that they had to offer the $100,000 life insurance policy to everyone that they talked to. Now, whether they actually purchased it or not, that didn't matter. Whether they bought a lower priced insurance package, that didn't matter. Or whether they actually chose to buy anything at all from them, that didn't matter. The one thing that they had to do was give them their best offer, which was the $100,000 life insurance policy. It was a starting point. It was their best offer to people. I today was talking to someone, and she was like, I'd like to do this and do this and do this. And I said, well, my best offer to you is this challenge pack, because it's going to have everything that you need in order to reach the goals that you just listed with me. And so there are other options for sure, but this is my best offer with the best value. And let's talk about like what it is. And she's like, I can't afford that. And I said, okay, that's fine. I just needed you to know what the best value and the best offer was. So let's talk about what you can afford and what pieces you might want to start with. And so we kind of weaseled things down into some different areas, and she really decided that she wanted to start with nutrition. So she's really looking at, I sent her some videos about Ultimate Portion Fix and some more information about Shakeology, because she's kind of still on the fence with that one, but we'll see where it goes from here. Okay. So I started with my best offer, and from there it broke down into a few different things. But what is it that you stand behind? What are the things that you love doing? And what are you going to help people with the most? So this is where I was going to kind of break it up with you guys and talk a little bit about how you can actually do this and do these, create your own kind of graphics in here. So I'm going to kind of pop this open. Does anyone have any questions? Or I can pop into the chat and see where things are at here. And Joyce Bod, Shako wasn't a regular Shako drinker until bingo. Yay, I'm so glad you need it every day now. That's a good thing. Bingo was successful. And you won $50. So it was a good thing, right? Okay. All right. How many of you have a problem with word vomiting on people? Just raise your hands. Okay. Lots of you. All right, so this is going to help you a lot in this category, okay? So what we're gonna do, if you have the opportunity right now, if you're on your computer, you're able to do this, I would encourage you to do it with me. We're gonna go to And I can upload several things, but maybe I'll just show you how to do this for right now, and then you can come back to the recording and kind of walk through these steps with me a little bit maybe, and we'll kind of go from there. So what I usually do is go to Canva. Canva is free. It is, I'm gonna have to do this again. Canva is free, and it's a free account that you can get all my designs. And you can do all kinds of fun things in here. Oh, seriously, what the heck? So if I want to create a design, I usually come over here to create design, and I go to YouTube channel art. That's usually the thing that fits the best when it comes to fitting in a screen for your graphics and things. So you can see here, I did the team one, and for if you want to fit into the team page like this, it has to look kind of small on the screen a little bit and kind of fits in there. So you can play with it and do that kind of thing if you really want to fit as a cover banner. If you want to be just some options that you love, then I would say you can do it any sort of way. But I want you to kind of think about this here and like, what is your best offer? What are the things that you love? And if you have something like this created already, great. If you know how to edit these things, super. I'm just going to show the people that don't know how to do this yet, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so a lot of the times the questions I ask people, are you ready to work on fitness? Are you ready to work on nutrition? Are you ready to work on both? And so this was when 2B Mindset was kind of the big thing. And so I've been doing this for a long time this way, but is able to just change things up and look at what it might look like for them and what kinds of options they might want. This one was Teresa's Choose a Change originally. I helped her create this as one of my coaches. And so she started out with the 30-day clean week. She also has the basic challenge pack in there, and she has been crushing Ultimate Portion Fix, has lost like 20 pounds. Let's give it up to her for that one. And then what that price was for that at the time. We also have the Coach to Self for Coach to Others along the bottom, and we've kind of mixed things up a little bit as we've gone. I just keep creating new graphics all the time. This is Self-Care Sisterhood. Obviously, I'm not getting very creative here, but like the small, medium, and large different options, they all look the same. But BOD, the challenge pack, and then the Ultimate Portion Fix for Candace. Be a Peak Performer with Michelle. This was Michelle Blunt. Same things. Those two were together on a Zoom call. So what you want to do is you're going to go over here to create a design, and you're going to go to YouTube channel art. You're going to pick a background that's already there. You're going to choose something that you love. If you are looking for something different, you can go to, like, I was helping Chris create one the other day, and I went to teal. She liked teal patina. And so I went and found an image and downloaded it. So like, hey, this one's pretty, or that one's pretty. And so I just literally copy the image, and I would take it back to Canva, and I would go to my uploads, and I would upload an image that I just downloaded. You can put, oh, it's a web page, it won't work, but I've got other ones that are in here. So like this one here, let's just pretend that one was the one. Make sure you have a graphic or an image, and you can just resize it to fit whatever you want it to look like, okay? And then you can add text on top of it. The text that's there, you can change the font over here, make it all pretty, however you want to make it look, okay? So change the sizing, all right? Now you can also, if you're talking about getting different, these are all my uploads. Let me go to my folders. I created folders. Folders are a part of the paid account, and I just have them now because it's just so much easier than not. But I literally just upgraded to the premium account. What I have done though is I just Googled the different products that we have, and I download the transparent backgrounds, okay? So if you're an Ultimate Portion Fix person, you could get this one where it has the cream background, but then you're going to notice that it looks like this, and you may not like that cream background to it, where you could get the transparent one, and then it's just literally like that, okay? You can go to the Coach Online office and grab the descriptions of them, and you can make the things that you want to make and make it into something super pretty. Okay, so that's kind of how you do it. Any questions on that? Let's see if I can find some more. Here's one that I did for Chris. So she did Becoming My Best Self with Chris, Fueled by Beachbody Performance, Powered by Beachbody On Demand. And then these are her 3 options: the 3-month bod, the $160 challenge pack, and the Shakeology and Performance. And then always a piece on there. And then these are just descriptions from the back office, or just saying this is what it is. Super simple. What's another one? We got a lot of stuff in here. This one's I did for Nicole. Options to join, challenge pack, things, the performance challenge pack, and then all of it put together. And hers is called Nikki's Happy Hour. It's very customizable to her. Powered by Beachbody On Demand, Fueled by Shakeology, and Energize. Those are the things that she loves. All right. So I can help you make these, but I also say that you can just grab things and put them in there as well. All right. Questions? Emily uses Unsplash for free photos when he can't find what he wants on Canva. Unsplash and Pexels have great background images. Awesome. And then you're just sharing by going to share and adding them to the email. Are you talking to me, Jill, or are you talking to Emily? Me? Go ahead and unmute yourself. You're fine.
Yes. So you are just sharing. You're just going to share and then adding their email so that they can see that template.
Nope, I download it to my phone or download it to my computer, and then in the conversation when they're like talking about like what is it that they're wanting to get, I say, well, my best offer is for you to pick one of these 3 things, okay? Or I might send a graphic.
Okay.
My best offer is the one that's in the middle. As you can see, there are other ways as well, but this is why I would recommend that you go with number 1 or go with number 2 kind of thing. Or if you have one best offer that you say, this is my challenge pack, this is your $100,000 life insurance policy, right? Like this is the one thing. And then you can say, what is it that you love about this or you not love about this? And then you can offer other options from there. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I always download the picture. Does everyone feel comfortable with this? They have questions? This might be like backstepped a few things, but like this is where people were getting stuck with a lot of things in the conversation. So I want to make sure I covered it with everyone. And I love those different options, Emily, for websites. Thank you for mentioning those. I love having graphic designers on our team. Okay, my stuff I'm sure does not look anywhere near as yours would be, and that's okay. I own it. Okay, so then the last thing that I really have on here before we get to the business plan, and we may not even get, I'll just skim over the business plan tonight. Let me share my thing again. Is that this last one here is, what are your talking points? What are your 3 things, right? Oh, I didn't want to do that. What are your 3 things? What are when someone says what, why do you drink Shakeology? If someone says, why do you do your workouts at home? If someone says, why do you keep talking about this team thing? If someone says like, well, why should I do this? What is the best part? Like, what are your 3 things? This is a question that happens all the time. What do I say when someone wants to know more about Shakeology? Why do you love it? That's what you say to them. Like, what are your 3 things? And if you guys are nervous about talking to people, if you're nervous about like what you might say in the grand scheme of things, like write it out ahead of time. It's okay, right? Have your 3 things. The more you write it down, the more you think about it, the more you talk about it, then the more easily it's going to be just right off your tongue when you're trying to do something. Okay. So when someone says what it is, you have your 3 reasons why you love Shakeology. You have 3 facts, maybe 3 things that you know, like, what is Shakeology? Well, for me, it's my breakfast, my sugar curber, and a delicious chocolate shake that makes me feel good. If I, what is Beachbody On Demand? It's a at-home fitness streaming service that I've lost 35 pounds with, and I can do it literally anywhere, anytime. Who is this team that you're talking about? Like, what are the things that you may go back to your list of what are your non-negotiables? What are your things that are part of your perfect package? Why do you need them, right? I bet if I asked Jill to unmute and tell me why she loves Energize, she could go on and on about it. And her first thing would say is, it's life, right? So like, what is it that you love and why is it? And if you are nervous about talking to people, those kinds of things, then write them out. Have them in your notes on your phone, have them on your computer where you're doing your messaging from, so that when someone asks, you, one, have the wording there that you want to use, and two, it makes it just more efficient to like obviously personalize the message back to them, but you just have the wording that you want. Okay. So it just takes a couple minutes to do that. And then you have it available to you. If I would just show you my notes on my phone, I will tell you, it's on my computer too. Thanks for liking my post. I have all of these scripts already here. And some of I was starting to write out for Amara one day when we were on a call together. So you can go ahead and like copy up like anything and like put it in your notes section if you especially have an iPhone, and you just have it available to you. There's lots more. I'm gonna find it. This is what I wrote to my mom. These are my mom's words. Hey, I wanted to reach out to you today and share something that is seriously changed my life. It's been drinking Shakeology now for about 4 years, helped me so many ways. Okay, like she's sharing her 3 things. When I wanted to write this for her, I said, Mom, what are the 3 things you love about Shakeology? Those are her 3 things. That's her invite. Okay, so like, what is it that you can say? What is it that you can write out? What are the things that you're gonna do? These are my busy mom posts. These are like the 5 pain points of my ideal person. Always putting others' needs before her own, never feeling done, that there's always a list a mile long, feeling guilty about missing your own children's activities, because I'm specifically talking to educators, school administrators here, not spending enough time with them because you're always doing something for somebody else, feeling like you're giving all your day to your roles and failing on all of them because you're spread so thin, and trying to live up to other people's expectations and losing sight of your own. Those are very, very specific 5 things that I can talk directly to my niche market on. So as school starts to ramp up, as days start getting long for for teachers and for administrators, these are the 5 pain points that I'm going to start talking about and how I have a solution for them. Remember when last week we talked on the team call about, it was a quote from Lacey about nobody cares where you are right now or what you're doing today. They care about where you've been and where you're going. So these people don't care. The teachers are going to be pissed at me if I say, oh, good for me, I don't have to go to school tomorrow. But they will understand when I say, there was a day when I was running around like chicken with my head cut off with a mile-long to-do list and never feeling anything got done. Have you been there before? It's like, I understand what it feels like to live that life. When I started taking care of myself, it seems like an oxymoron, but when I took some time for myself, I was able to then take care of those other things on my to-do list, or it didn't at least stress me out as much. I could make all kinds of posts from these 5 things and whatever that might be. I have all my posts in here from different things. Oh, that was notes from that call. Ultimate Reset, obviously I did a great job of tracking that in here. Lots of posts. All the things. I just keep everything right here. Here's the list. I have some hashtags in here somewhere. I'll go back to my notes on my phone here. There's literally one that's called hashtags. There it is. All the hashtags that I've used in different times and different things. Copy and paste. Shift shot posts. When I start a new program, I There's Transform 22. There's our new program. I usually start, this is where I just keep all of my notes from all the posts that I ever make. So if I'm ever super busy on a morning, or like I don't have time to like write something, I can scroll through here and grab something and then remake it. Some of these are very specific to the time of year, but okay. So that's a little very side note tip for you. My phone is blowing up. I have 15 messages. Okay, last thing, questions for anything. Yes, Stephanie mentioned some very specific things on our call the other night. If you've not watched the Happy and Fit call from last week, you should go back and listen to it. Stephanie crushed it with things that she shared. And that's a great way to go back and listen in. All right, questions at all? The last thing I have to share with you, and I will make it quick, is it's called a business plan. The question was posed to us in the Dream Big, Trina's Dream Big PS page. She said, do you have something that you just start new coaches off with? And we're all like, well, we kind of start this, we do this GSRs this way, we do things this way. And she said, well, what were the things that you would definitely want your new coaches to do right away? Or what were the things that you would want them to be successful with right away? And I feel like I've got lots of new coaches on the screen already with me right now. So, but thinking about this of like, either one that you can apply to your business to get yourself going, or two, as you bring coaches on, whether you have one coach that you have with you or you have 100 coaches with you, this still applies. You're going to want to start your team off on the right foot. Okay. So I'm going to share this document with you. First, let me find it so it doesn't take forever to load. And then I'll just skim through it. You will have the opportunity to make a copy of it and edit it as you wish. I'm going to drop the link. Kind of, Jamie, not quite. Great question. Is this a business plan thing we did with Trina on the spur of the moment call the other night, about a month ago? Not quite. This one is very action oriented. That is a great one to be thinking about, very much of the same things we just kind of talked about, like what is your why, who are you talking to, like those kinds of things. And she does it much more eloquently. So if I was all talking gibberish to you tonight, go watch that one. All right. But this one, you can pull it up on your screen there if you want, on your phone or wherever you are, or I'm going to share my screen here in a second and do the same. So this is the business plan, and it has needs a little bit more work, a little fine tuning yet. It's still a draft-ish, but it's the basics, okay? So like, what would I want a brand new coach to do? I'm going to create a custom business plan for them. And so by customizing this document, they can either, why I chose to do it on Google Docs was that I can go over here and share, and I can go over here to share and make a copy of it and create a separate one for them. So I can go to share there, or I can go over here to file, make a copy. And this is what I would encourage you to do, because I don't want you to edit it. And I would say things like, this is Jamie's, okay? And I would put it in a folder wherever I'd want to put it, make sure we have access to it. And now she can edit it, I can edit it, and we both have the living, breathing document in front of us. Does that make sense? So this one right here is that my kids are with friends right now. So apparently they want to watch Waterboy. Self-care is my first goal. Working on your own goals. Pick a program, what fitness program you're going to start with, and why. They can fill this in as they go. What are your 3 reasons for choosing it? Now, why do I want them to know those 3 reasons? So that they have 3 reasons to share with someone that they're going to invite to do it with them, right? I'm choosing Shift Shot because it's fast, it's going to have progressions, and I really like Chris Downing's motivation. I'm choosing Lift 4 because I'm a runner and I love looking at Joel's bulky muscles, and it's all the things that I need in the, for cardio weights and all the fun stuff. I'm choosing Morning Meltdown 100 because it's fast, it's super fun with the DJ, and it's going to give me everything I need, for my body, self-care wise, and all the things, right? Whatever your 3 reasons are, why are you choosing that program? Personal development wise, personal development is a game changer for me. So I want them to choose 3 things that they can either listen to or read. So find some book titles, find some podcasts. Maybe you help them with find these things, and then they get to choose which one they're going to start with. Nutrition plan. So how do you get successful at this? You have a fitness plan, you have a personal development plan, and you have a nutrition plan, right? Your self-care is number 1. So which was your biggest struggle with nutrition? Fill that out. Which nutrition program are you going to learn first? Okay. This is a whole life journey. So we're not just going to follow 2B Mindset forever. We're not just going to follow Nutrition Ultimate Portion Fix, but what is it that you're going to be working on? Starting with there. And then what are 3 things that resonate with you about that program? Why should someone else try it? What are 3 things that you love about Shakeology? Shakeology is a staple in what we do with our business. You could change that. So if your person is allergic to Shakeology and they're going to talk about something else, well, what are the 3 things they love about that? Edit it out and change there. This one I think is super important, and I actually gleaned from somebody else in the Dream Big page, was that your support system. Who in your life, in your home, or in your life in general, is going to be someone that you can tell about this? Because some people need to have that support system right there in their home. Some people are totally fine with just being virtual online. But who in your life can you maybe tell about what you're doing? Not necessarily that you have to bring them along with you, but that you can tell them that you're doing this so that you start practicing telling people. What are you going to share with them on why you're choosing to do this? It's like, I'm going to tell my husband. Well, what are you going to tell your husband? I want to lose weight. Well, why? Dig with them a little bit on why they're going to do these things. And so they have a solid or reason why they're doing it, so that they have something to defend or to come back with when someone maybe gives them a little pushback. A reminder to them why they're doing these things. Then if they're going to be doing some online coaching with you, now you can use this document with everyone, whether they're coach of self or they're coach of others. If they're just going to do coach of self, this may be where you stop, okay? If they're doing coach of others, you're going to keep going. And actually, if you're doing either, I would maybe do this next one, this online coaching piece right here for the coach announcement, because you can make that announcement in your challenge group. It doesn't have to be public. It doesn't have to be in the team page. It could just be in your challenge group where you're going to announce this person is coming into starting a journey with something. So, if it's a coach announcement, like welcome to the team, why did you want to get started on this journey? What do you want to achieve by doing this with us? What's a great photo that you love that you want to introduce yourself with? And then so you can have them do that, or you can do it yourself. Then we start talking about sharing your journey. What roles do you have? What hats do you wear in life? What are your top 6 roles? We're trying to pull in lots of different lessons here. What do you like to do in this journey with your current life? Think of at least 5 names of people who in your life would want to do this with you. And then we can also pull in 5 names per role. We've done that before in calls like this with groups of people. And then invites, timeline. Who in your life would benefit from doing what you're doing? Where 30 people you're going to invite this week. Maybe looking at the people above. Record sample invites. I would use their words here. Then this might be an option, right? Virtual studio. What's your virtual studio going to look like? Who's it going to be? What's it going to be about? What are you going to offer? What are your goals? What would an extra $100, $200, or $500 do in your life right now? What is your ultimate goal that you want to achieve with this? Asking questions, okay, to help them get to where they want to go. Maybe they don't know what they don't know, right? So how can you ask questions to help them get to where they want to go? And then connected coaches or successful coaches. So which team call are you going to make a priority in your week? What's the time that we could do some one-on-one conversations to make sure that you're continuing to move forward with your goals? I have a challenger right now that I talk to every single day. In fact, today she called me 3 times and asked me different questions about different things, which is fine. She's very much a late night owl. And so I was really appreciative that she was calling me at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock and not 10 o'clock, like she usually calls me. But we're moving along, right? So she has access to me to help her reach her goals. She's really scared and really nervous and wants to do everything like by the book. So she asks a lot of questions. So what are some one-on-one times that you can work with your coaches? What time or day works best for connecting? Who might you want to Zoom with me? So like help answer any questions. So if you're saying like, oh, I'd really like my sister to do this with me, but I really don't know what to say to her. Would you get on a call with me and my sister? Absolutely, I'd get on a call with the two of you. Or anybody for you or anybody else that's on here. And then plug into team pages. I'm going to put the team page links in there and they can click on them and request access. All right. So that's the business plan. You have access to it. I will continue to make edits to it and we'll kind of go from there. Questions? Very thorough. Yes, thank you. Cannot take credit. I pulled a lot of it from different people. And we actually, every Friday now, we've been sharing at least 2 to 3 people and really walking through things. And it's been like, I keep changing it because I'm like, oh, that was a really good question. Or, oh, that was really good. We're talking about those kinds of things. All right, questions that you have. 9 o'clock already. Crazy how fast time goes. Next week, I would like to share one of the GLS presentations with you. I have all of them through, I bought my ticket for next year already. So I have access to all of the GLS Next content. And so I will hopefully, I think I have one in particular that I want to share with you, but it won't take the full hour. So we'll do our announcements and stuff like that, and our celebrations and fun things, and then we'll share that and discuss it post. So that will be next week, unless you guys have bigger questions that you have in the meantime, and then we'll maybe do that instead. Thoughts, questions? Anyone, anything? You guys are so quiet.